so brand new Inspiration Wednesday, and I have neglected to get more masking tape. So I have this skinny tape, which is certainly not going to fit vertically. So I'm probably going to have to take little bits and just do it horizontally. And you might think, that seems like a lot of work. I don't care. I kind of like the texture. Is it mandatory that you do this? No. I just kind of feel like if I'm going to put this much work into a book, I want to just make sure that it stays sturdy because I work so thick. And I probably could, you know, take bone folder or, no, that'll cut. Let's take a palette knife. And I could go in there. That's a big guy. And I, you know, just kind of go like that, but it might cut through like it did just there. So I'm just going to go through, do my best to get it there, tape it this way, and just make it stronger. Alright, so I've got that taped, and to be honest, I kind of went overboard because I was liking the way it looked, maybe starting a new trend. So my idea, I'm going to use something really cool today, something probably new to a lot of you, and I'm just going to take some alphabet stickers. Now these are old, these are Chatterbox stickers. These are ancient. They're like, just like whatever, they're old. So I'm just going to go in, I couldn't even think of the word, how bad is that? And I'm just going to put, I like numbers, so I'm just going to put numbers randomly in here. And I'm really going to be using these for texture. So I'm going to end up painting on top of them, so you won't really see the color. So all of those extra bits of stuff that you might have, this is a great way, whether it's flowers or chipboards or all the Z's and X's that you're never able to use in your alphabets that you're hoarding. Or even if you just want to take paper punches and go ahead and put just random shapes. The numbers aren't going down, like I'm not trying to make 860 or anything, but I kind of am looking to fit numbers together. So for example, I'm going to put a 3 here because I feel like, no, maybe not. No, I don't like the way that fits there. Let's try a 7. There, see how it fits into that little spot? And I don't know, I just like to make it arbitrary. So I'm just going to go through, stick those down. Know that all stickers are not created equal. Sometimes stickers say they're stickers, but they don't stick. So you might want to put a little matte medium over these, and depending on how I feel these are sticking, I might go ahead and do that. But I'll just go ahead and, as many or as little as you want, I'll just go until I lose the will to live, and then I'll be back. I am toying with the idea of taking this huge number. Now, this is just a house number. It's not pliable at all, but I think I want it. I think I want this textural, this big textural thing in there. I know that's crazy, right? I don't even know if I can open it. But I got it. Again, sticking it down might be a whole other thing. But I think I'm going to do it. Might even just overlap. Why? Why would you put that 5 there? That's a great question. And the answer is, God, that makes me happy. I'm going to do it. So what am I gluing it down with? I really wish I had Helmar Quick Dry. I know I just need to bring it home from the studio, but I'm not doing it. Why am I not doing it? I guess I'm going to have to go back to my iw6. You know how well that ended last time I used it, but let's just go ahead. It's not. It's a thick, heavy, weighted thing, so like I said, this will hold a small child to the wall. Hopefully it'll hold a 5 to a page. Alright, so that's on there. I haven't really waited too long for it to dry, but it's not moving. So what I'm going to use today is something that might be new to you. This is the 10 Second Studios Verde paint. And basically what this does is it mimics the look of metal. And it comes in brass, iron, copper, bronze, and then this is the spray that turns it into a patina. So I kind of forget what colors. I've done this like several times before, but the only one I really know, the copper one, that one's going to turn like turquoise, like the Statue of Liberty kind of color. And I'm going to layer, I think, a couple of these coats on. But this is kind of a little bit of a time-consuming thing in the sense that you have to put a layer of paint down, whichever one you pick, and then you let it dry for about an hour. Then you put a second layer of paint down, and then while that's wet, you spray this patina spray and then let it just kind of sit and react. And this could take a couple of hours. And then once that's dry, if you wanted to layer another metal on top of that, you can, which is probably what I'm going to do. So I guess I just need to decide what color I want to patina, because I know I'm going to put turquoise. I forget which one turns orange. I don't know. I'm going to try iron. I really just don't remember. And so this one is the iron. It's going to go on black. It's going to be scary. Don't be frightened. And I'm gonna need to get some water in my brush thing, so I'll be back. Okay, I've got the water. So this is the iron. I know it's gonna go on black. I think it turned orange. I just can't remember. We're gonna find out. I'm shaking it up really good. And I've got a brush here, and I'm just gonna paint it on. I'm gonna paint it on this whole thing. Now we wait. All right, so I waited about a half an hour and couldn't stand it anymore and took the heat gun to it. So that's about as long as I can wait. So I am gonna go ahead and put the next layer of paint on, and then I'll show you how I'm gonna spray. Alright, so in this kit, you not only get the paint, but you also get the Verde spray. This is the what am I speaking? The Verde spray. This is the one that will patina everything, and it comes with a little spray top, and you're going to spray that on. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to generously spray this across here, and then I'm actually going to leave the camera rolling, and I'm going to time lapse so you can see it actually turning to the patina. So I'll go ahead and just kind of spray. And let me also remind you that when it says you only need a little, I always put too much. You see it with the gesso, everything I do. When it needs a little, I then go overboard. So you can modify this anyway, but I'm just going to spray this on. And this takes a little while, like from soup to nuts, to get to the patina. You have to let it sit there and do its business. So that's why I said I'm going to leave this camera rolling, let it do all that. I'm just getting underneath the inclusion. And just let this sit on here and then have at it. So, like I said, I'll just keep the camera running and I will time lapse and you will see it turn to a patina. Alright, you gotta admit, that's pretty freaking cool. It just totally rusts up, and I love it. I love it, I love it. Okay, so, I'm not gonna go in with the copper. So I'm gonna have to repeat the same process. I can keep layering, just like you would acrylic paint. But for these to work, you have to layer one layer, let it dry, about an hour, come in with a second layer, and then spray the media on top of it. So I'm going to try to keep as much as I can. I love the way it looked on the tape. It just kind of found anything raised. It's pretty flippin' cool. Anyway, I'm just going to put random. I'm just going to try to have both. The best of both, really, is what I'm going to try to do. So we'll just see if we can get this to work. Shake it up. And put the copper on. Let that dry for an hour. Put a second coat on and spray the patina. Alright, so that is dry and I'm ready to go in with my second coat of copper and to spray it. So I'm just going to make sure I put a nice coating on top, get that wet layer in there. I don't have any idea of what I'm going to get, really. This could be a hot mess, or it could be the most fantastic thing I've ever done. We will find out together. We'll process this information. I really want this 5 to look cool, so let's hope for the best. So I get to here, and after I do this, I am so in love with this rusted kind of grungy look. I don't want to do anything else. However, if you took my 48 weeks online course, you saw me do something similar with this, a lot more texture and things like that. But I have these random numbers, and I bought them ages ago. But look at how perfect it goes with the patinaed copper here. So I did something similar. Like I said, I have one more left. It just has to go. So I just love numbers, and of course I'm using that iw6 again because I've still not gotten glue, but I really think that's this time it's the right glue for the job because, like I said, hold a small child to the wall. I did put too much, but you know, that would be not surprising given that it's me and I over everything. I'll try to have not as much ooze come out. If I were smart, I would have done this towards the edge and I could clip it, but I don't think this, oh, maybe it'll clip. And I'm thinking might have to go in with some baby wipe to get the ooze that is oozing out. Note to self, might have over oozed. It happens. And yeah, I'm in love with that. I absolutely 100% think this is to die for. So I've got to put a tag on this. I know I can't stop talking about it because it's like effortless, and then it just does this. And the combination of the two, let me just stop gushing for just a bit here. So I'm going to need a tag. Brown hole. Oh my god, I can't find brown holes. Oh, I found them. No one panic. And I don't really like the way that looks on there. I'm putting it back here. I'm just going to camouflage that sucker. I can't speak. Could have totally worked that in with the patinaed, but I didn't. So it is June 10th. Wow, can you believe it? June 10th. Let me get that in there. Alright, and the date. There we go. It's on here. Maybe I should ink the edges to have it camouflage. What color ink is that even? I don't even know. Is there a distress ink that color? Are you yelling the color through the camera for me so I could hear you? Let's see what I got here. Pull that walnut stain. Pretty sure that's not it. It would probably be more like vintage photo, but where's the part of the tag that you saw that, right? And I've got an orange inky thing here, so let's just see what color I make this. And that camouflages in there a little bit better. And then, yeah, that'll work for me. Give me some tiny attachment. I'll look at it right on top as if, like, I knew. 3. Oh, yeah. Ooh. This will take forever to dry. So, I'm kind of thinking I might need to have a baby wipe at the ready to get the extra gush out. And, certainly, I will need the break in between for that to dry. And I'm making this wet, and just a little's coming off, but it's the goo. It's the goo that keeps coming out. Do not over glue like some people I know, because then you're cleaning up goo. All right. I'm gonna leave that, let it dry. It's kind of flipping up. I don't know if it'll ever be flat again. Maybe I should flatten it underneath. Look, I'm just talking to myself now. Maybe I need another baby wipe. All right, let's clean her up a little bit. It's gonna be definitely protected. Let me just say that. Okay. Maybe that. Maybe I just put that there so it lays flat. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. All right, people, that is it. This was fantastic. If you do not have the 10-second Studio Verde paint, don't worry about it. You can try to mimic this maybe with some oranges, maybe with some teal. Just get some inspiration from the color. Or maybe you take this and you put just metal things on your page. I mean, there's a whole different bunch of ways that you can interpret this. Maybe just go with the numbers. You can tell that this is driving me nuts. Yeah, just, oh, maybe this, is this good Jimmy rigged? No, that's stupid. Anyway, you can kind of take this any way you want. Use up some old stickers, find some trinkets that you have, things with numbers, things with letters, spell words. It really doesn't matter. Just kind of interpret this loosely. If you do want the Verde paint, oh my goodness, it'll change your life forever. All right, that's it this week. Now I'm really going, and I will probably not wax this, just to let you know.